My name is Robert Gaskill. I'm an architect and the owner of Gaskill Architecture. We're a boutique residential design firm. We do architecture and interior design, specializing really in unique houses, new as well as renovation additions. I started my business over 10 years ago. Our focus really wanted to be creating houses that were very unique, responding to nature, responding to the elements of the surroundings, whether it be an urban lot or a rural location. Really taking cues from the surroundings is extremely influential and important to our designs. The kitchen was such an important part from the very beginning of starting to design the home. Entertaining, cooking was such an important piece for my client, and so to create really the core of the home was based around the kitchen. We wanted, a great island for entertaining, and not just, maybe a typical traditional waterfall, but something that was tremendously unique. So what we did was we took cues from the exterior design, the concrete that we used, and we brought it into the interior and created a very sculptural, large, entertaining island that actually morphs into the floor and to the side as a very rustic and monolithic element that anchors the kitchen. The beautiful black wood that we incorporated, again, taking cues from the exterior of the black wood siding. A beautiful wood grain Douglas fir was used on all of the cabinetry. And then the appliance package was, in a way, one of the most important elements of the design. When we first went to Dawn's and with my client and started to look at the different options, it became clear that the aesthetics for the appliances was crucial for really the icing on the cake for the design.
Robert, this home is truly a work of art and one of the most beautiful homes I've seen. I mean, talk to us a little bit more about the space, how it came together. Sounds like it was a couple years in the making. I mean, was there a lot of design changes? Was this kind of always what you dreamed to be the outcome?
Yeah, one of the primary drivers for the design was to bring in the natural environment into the space itself. When you walk through the front door, you'll notice that you get a view all the way into the woods. So it's a little taste of what's to come. As you turn the corner, you see the great room, the dining room, the kitchen's tucked around the bend, and then a beautiful set of sliding glass doors that completely open up the great room to the outdoor living space. And so, a key point for my client, and really at the top of their wish list, was to create a space that was really ideal for entertaining family and friends, and a space that was just warm and inviting and very, very calming for their everyday living.
Well, this is, beautiful. And I know, one of the first things I noticed as we came around the corner over here was this island is unbelievable. Again, everything is such a true work of art, but let's talk a little bit about this.
Sure.
Kind of what inspired this piece here.
Yeah, the inspiration for the island out of concrete was we used a lot of concrete on the exterior of the design. The house is built into the hillside. There's not a lot of earth that was moved. We wanted to integrate the design, really tightly to the landscape and not cause a lot of disruption. So the house is flanked by a large concrete retaining wall that is built into the hillside. And so those anchoring elements we thought were very appropriate to create what a better statement than an anchored concrete island, very substantial in size, ideal for entertaining, but it's a statement piece, and it has a lot of meaning that is tied to the exterior design.
Beautiful, beautiful. And one of the things I also noticed as we came around was a lot of the different Jenn-Air appliances, which they're known for having that obsidian black interior. Mm-hmm. Talk to us a little bit about, kind of the correlation with that. Was there a lot of the elements that Jenn-Air offered that kind of brought in the idea of, hey, we have to have this?
Absolutely. The refrigerator freezer was actually one of the first appliances that we looked at that drove the entire design in the appliance selection for this particular kitchen. The outside materials, primarily black, the Sasuchi band black wood, integrates all the way into the entry, wraps around the corner, and blends itself into the design of the cabinetry, which is a black Douglas fir. And so we wanted something that, when it, with the appliances, that would really complement that exterior direction. When my client opened the door to the Jenner refrigerator and saw the gorgeous black interior, we knew that this was the right selection, and it just, those kind of details really work nicely with the overall interior design and the architecture.
It was meant to be.
It really was, yeah.
So as we take a step over here too, I noticed we kind of have, an integrated ice maker over here and the coffee system. Were these two pieces that they, came in wanting, or something that just kind of worked out well with the design once they saw it? Sure,
yeah. Many of my clients, they see the option for the built-in coffee maker, and that is always at the top of, everyone's wish list. The Jenner coffee maker, I think, is just beautifully designed, the modern clean lines, the black trim, integrates beautifully into the wall, but everything is very European and very clean, and the aesthetics of the coffee maker, I think, are just so cohesive with the rest of the design of the kitchen.
Wonderful. And I mean, besides the island being a huge focal point, you come around and you see this beautiful integrated hood that we have here. What kind of inspired all of this? I mean, it sounds like everything kind of just comes together so beautifully.
Yeah, when you look at the island, it just jumps out as one of the main focal points of the kitchen, but your eye is drawn to the range wall with the hood, the concrete backsplash. But one thing I'd really love to point out is just this integration of the architecture influencing the interior and vice versa. You'll notice that on the edge of each side of the custom hood, there is a very thin vertical window that flanks each edge. So the relationship of the exterior to the interior design, they were really working together for window placement, the height of the window to create those little vistas through, and taking cues from the exterior design. The concrete is brought into the backsplash and the countertops, the metal hood, a cue from the exterior metal. And so all of these natural, beautiful elements of the exterior are brought into the kitchen. And so finding that perfect design for the range was key. And the Rise Jenner 48-inch was just the ticket when we saw it. It's very nicely detailed with the gold trim and the stainless, the dimpled handles. Again, the amount of detail and craftsmanship into this appliance truly does complement the rest of the kitchen in the perfect way.
Absolutely. I mean, everything ties together so beautifully and naturally, and it looks like everything just, was meant to be. I mean, there was just no question about it. So, thank you so much for being with us today, and welcoming us into this home. This is truly just a work of art to see in person, and we hope to get a chance to do this again soon.
Yeah, well, we, really appreciate it. We're very proud of this project, and we couldn't have brought the design together without Dawn's working as a partnership. Thank you.
Wonderful.